Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 9 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. We have the weather for you guys this morning. It's a nice day in beautiful downtown Aurora. Let's get started and detail what we can expect into the weekend and indeed next week on Monday. Today, we got a daytime high of 86 degrees that we could see with a daytime low of 80 degrees. Now, included in today's forecast is also this adjoining note of the elevated brush fire risk this afternoon. So as we can see here, there's an elevated risk of fire spread. Any grass or brush fires that ignite may have the potential to spread out of control. Breezy winds, gusts of up to 25 to 30 miles an hour. Northern Illinois and Northwest Indiana to be most affected. Be prepared for possible changes to scheduled burning and use caution with any outdoor burning and when disposing of smoking materials. Now, tonight, Friday night, getting into it, 55 degrees for the nighttime high, 50 degrees for the nighttime low. Now, going on to Saturday, they didn't even give us a temperature for Saturday, but we can expect isolated afternoon storms and scattered thunderstorms with a little bit of sunshine, a lot of thunder and lightning. Potentially. Saturday night, 53 degrees for the nighttime high, 43 degrees for the nighttime low. There will be showers nighttime ending late, as they tell us, because as we get into Sunday, look at that. Not a drop of rain in the sky predicted at the moment. 72 degrees for the daytime high, 61 degrees for the daytime low. Breezy conditions as well on Sunday, as you guys can see here, with a little bit of cloud cover. So we'll see if it persists or if it dissipates. Sunday night, take a look, 45 degrees for the nighttime high, 37 degrees for the nighttime low. Lake effect showers mostly in northwest Indiana. And as we get into next week on Monday, 57 degrees for the daytime high, 54 degrees for the daytime low. Breezy conditions, some rain, scattered showers, northeastern Illinois and northwest Indiana. Let's recap. Today, a daytime high of 86 degrees with a daytime low of 80 degrees. There is no temperature predicted for tomorrow on Saturday, so who knows? I'll take a look for you and maybe shout you out on Instagram. Sunday, 72 degrees for the daytime high, 61 degrees for the daytime low. And going into next week, moving forward on Monday, 67 degrees for the daytime high, 57 degrees for the daytime high, 54 degrees for the daytime low. That is your weather report here on Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. We have an important and special interview for you this morning. My guest today is Porfirio Roman, the founder of Elite Eats, who has an amazing story. Let's get started. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 9:05 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. As the title suggested, we have a special guest this morning. We have Mr. Porfirio Roman with me today, and he is the founder and creator of Elite Eats. He has an amazing story, and we met most recently at the backdrop of a special event that took place at Kane County Sheriff's Department, SBDC, joining the Kane County team to provide business coaching and other things for people who are incarcerated. So, Porfirio, good morning to you. How you feeling?
Good, Curtis. Thank you for the invitation.
All right,
Appreciate
not a problem,
it.
man. Not
Good
a problem.
Good to see you again.
We see each other a lot after not knowing each other that long ago, but now we see a lot of each other, man. I'm glad to have you.
Yes, thank you so much.
So, you have an amazing story. As we get into it, where were you born and raised?
Well, I born in Mexico.
Okay.
Mexico in Tampico, Tamaulipas.
Okay.
I was there from my 17 years old when I decided to move here.
Okay.
I got here when I was 18 years old.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And as we get into your story, and it's an amazing story, we're going to do a whole lot more with you. We're going to be working with you in Thanksgiving, hopefully, and all things considered. But tell the audience a little bit about your story. What brought you to working with the Kane County State's Attorney, the Kane County Sheriff, with Elite Eats?
Well, always God got a plans for us. I think that was
Absolutely.
the plans for me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
So I started working when I was 18 years old, right? In kitchen and restaurants or stuff like that. I'm married for 21 years. I got 3 kids. My older one is going to be 20 in January. My older ones is twins. They 8 years old.
Wow.
So always a lot of support from my family.
Right.
For my beautiful wife, my 3 kids. Now one of my older kids, they were in the Kane County Sheriff's Office as well, too.
Right. Very good.
Incredible, yes. He's going to try to be a correction officer in a year and a half.
Okay.
So that's what I say. God works in different ways for us.
Okay. All right.
So go back to that. So I was incarcerated like 3 years ago.
Okay.
3 years ago. I got charged with possession of drugs and drug users too. So that's the whole thing. That's how it started my troubles. But now I can see in the same way how my life changed.
Right. So when it comes to drugs, this is what I do want to get from you. What is it about drug addiction and drug use that a lot of people don't know? For those people who don't suffer from that, what should they know about it?
Well, drug addictions and drug use, for me, is I start selling drugs, right? Why? For my addictions and for my users. Because sometimes it's hard to pay for those drugs.
Right.
So you have to get access so you can use it with no cost.
Right, exactly.
But the cost of the life is more.
Right.
They cost you more because you lose everything in the end. So that's how I started using it.
Okay.
For my issues.
Right.
I start using it and I start selling it. That's the truth. I don't want to lie. I don't want to come and say, oh, excuses.
Right.
That was the whole. It's a true story.
Right.
Yes.
Now, when you did become incarcerated, tell us about the program that you found and the program that you were working with and you still work with.
Yes.
Right? You still work with. Tell us
That's
about the
gonna
program.
be working in the program forever. I'm not gonna.
Absolute. See, I
yes.
like that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Always. Not because you change and you're right here in top. You never forget about people help you.
That's right.
Never. Be humble. Be with them people. So I always appreciate it.
Right.
So again, God worked different. I think God got a plan for me and my family. Mm-hmm. It's what I say all the time. Not only for me. They changed 5 people. My wife, my 3 kids, and myself.
Right.
So when I got caught for my drug users, I was in jail 2018.
Okay.
Right? And that was already a Lighthouse program. It's a pilot program.
Okay.
The Sheriff Roman, he got in jail.
The Lighthouse Recovery Program.
Yes,
Okay.
Nathan Lanthrum is the director of that program. So that's how it started. So I was incarcerated. I was like with a regular population. And then I put a request. So I want to change my life because that's the whole purpose. You want to change yourself first before you be in the program.
Right.
You want to try to change, and then you can be in the program. They help you, but you have to be part of the too. You have to try to change too.
Now, was that your first time being incarcerated?
Yes.
What was that like?
Yes, horrible. Horrible, scary, because I never been incarcerated.
Right.
You know, they put you all together with a regular population.
Right.
So that was scary. That was my first time in jail, my first time in trouble. And, man, I got 3 big charges,
Right.
3 big ones. People, they know, I got 3 Super X, 1 Class X. So they want to give me 22 years.
Damn.
For my first time.
Damn.
Yes.
So now you're incarcerated and trying to make that change. The first day or the first time working with the Lighthouse program, what was that like? So now, so you're incarcerated.
Right.
You're in population. How, you put the request in to start working with them.
Yes.
Was it easy when you started? Was it difficult? What was it like to get started with the Lighthouse program while you're in jail?
Well, that was a little bit difficult in the beginning because I never been in recovery programs, never in my whole life. And I was using drugs and I was 19 years old. So I'm 42 right now.
Right.
So, and I'm sober. I don't drink and I don't use drugs for 4 years.
My man.
Yes.
All right.
4 years.
My man. Congratulations,
Recovery,
brother.
every day.
Absolutely.
Yes, that was tough in the beginning because that was my first time. But it's a lot of help. It's a lot of help right there. Okay. You will see a lot of brothers. I call them brothers.
Absolutely.
People's there.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And then people try to change. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's not that easy.
Right.
It's not that easy, but you got the help. You got the support. Nate Lanthrum, the one who run the program, he's right there for you all the time.
Right.
Support you, answer your questions. The sheriff, the state attorney, you got a lot of help.
Right.
You got a lot of support right now. So if you want to change, the tools is there.
Right. The time is 9:12 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Good morning to Daniel Calderon, dear friend. Good morning to you. Paul Dominguez is here. Good morning, my guys. Right back at you. Oliver Wilson, Yesenia Roman, Jimmy Clark. That is DJ Spanky D. Good morning to you. Oliver Wilson says, good morning, Porfirio Roman. What's up, bro?
What's
All
up?
right, you got the chat lit for you. Mary, our friend Mary Garza with the Three Fires Council, Boy Scouts of America, good morning to you. Denise Dale, Dora Sanchez Soto, and Josue Pais. Keno Alexander checking in. Good morning to you. Worth a Shot Photography. Get to know my brother. Okay, so I had the opportunity yesterday. Thank you for connecting me with Nathan Lanthrum. Real quick.
My pleasure.
Yeah, real quick plug in. So the Lighthouse Recovery Program currently works in the Kane County Jail, working with those folks who are trying to change their life inside. But it's an ongoing program here in Kane County, which is doing a whole lot of good stuff and changing lives. So Nathan Lanthrum, kudos to you. We look forward to having him on the show one of these days, really soon. Tell me about Elite Eats. What is Elite Eats, dog? And how did that get started? Elite Eats. What's that?
Again. It's God's plans. Again, how life changed.
Absolutely. Just like that.
Just like that.
Yep.
For good or for bad.
Right.
So after I got incarcerated, I got released.
Okay.
Right? Thanks God. Thanks to the Sheriff Haynes. Thanks to the state attorney. Thanks to my family.
Right.
Always. My wife and my kids. Always be there for me.
Right.
Yes. After that, I work full-time in Kane County Sheriff's Office. Okay. Right? Now, I run a culinary program in the Kane County Sheriff's Office for the inmates.
Okay.
So full-time, busy.
All right. So you mean you work where you used to be incarcerated?
No. Before, I don't got bound when I was incarcerated.
Okay.
I want to work so bad in the kitchen.
I gotcha.
But they don't let me approve it.
Okay.
Now, it's different.
Okay, right. Because you would have had to be a trustee, right?
Yes.
But with those charges, you can't be a trustee.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
and I was trying so bad. And let me tell you really quick. So I tried so bad. Like, hey, I want to be there. I'm a chef. I want to cook. Say, no, you don't qualify. You don't qualify. When I was a week before I get released, they told me, hey, they approve you. You can work. Too late. I'm going home.
Go cook in my own house.
Yes, I'm gonna cook for my wife and my kids.
So how did you where did you pick up the love of cooking? How did that start?
I was start from the bottom. I got here when I was 18 years old. I started a dishwasher, right? Doing dishes, pots and pans. A year later, I was always like to look around, what's going on, what is
Right.
the future.
Absolutely.
And then I jumped to a prepping, right? So making salads and soups and all of that. One more year, and then I got the opportunity to be a line cook. And like, boom, I jumped to be a line cook. I was in culinary, Triton College.
Okay.
Yes, for a little bit. I didn't finish though, but I was there for a year, right? So, and then I moved to a sous chef.
Okay.
So that was a big step.
That
right?
is. That's amazing.
Yes. So I was working it's called in Belmont Village Assistant Living Retirement Home. It's 5 stars assistant living.
Batavia?
It's 5. It's 5 places. It's nationwide corporate.
Okay.
But they got 5 in Chicago and Illinois.
Okay.
So I was working, the first one I started in Oak Park.
Okay.
Right. Sous chef for 8 years. And then they moved me to Carol Stream to be a executive chef.
Okay.
That's when I do the big jump right there. That's when I
right.
got my whole career right
That's
there.
very good. Very
Yes.
good. All right.
Yes. And then go back to your questions. So when I got released for 3 years, 2 years and a half, so I decided to open my catering business. So that's Elite Eats by Porfirio right now. Follow the page.
All right. Yeah. Shout out. I like that. See? So really quick, I just to kind of segue real quick, I followed the sheriff's page on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, and I follow State's Attorney Jamie Mosser, and we work with State's Attorney Jamie Mosser. So since we are always doing the same social media kind of stuff, I was seeing you in the pictures, a brother cooking, and I'm seeing Chef P and all this. I'm like, okay, it looks pretty good. But I was noticing like he's always cooking for their law enforcement dinners or banquets or in the jail. Then Sheriff Haynes started writing about you, so I started reading it, right? And then I had the opportunity to meet you at the SBDCB event, and your food is good. Your food is very good, brother.
You better say that.
The food was really amazing, and then I got another chance to see you and your son, because you guys did the Aurora University event.
Yes, sir.
Juvenile Justice Reimagined.
Yes.
With the state's attorney. That was a good event.
Yeah, that was good.
That was awesome.
That was good.
Yeah. So now the time is 9:17 a.m. So now, what is your schedule with Elite Eats, and how can people contact you if they're interested in some catering?
Hey, they can follow the page.
Okay.
He's a phone number right there, so they can reach us anytime.
Okay.
And we're ready to work with them.
All right. Now you still work with Nathan and Lighthouse.
Yes.
What's the relationship like with them? Like, what do you do?
It's really close with him because he's part of my change too.
Okay.
Again, he's my family, Sheriff Kane, State Attorney Jamie Mosso, and Nathan Lanthrum.
Okay.
So that's part of my change. And then I'm still working with him because I want to help another brothers
Right.
to try to do the same thing I'm doing right now.
Right.
That's my plan now. Not only Chef P, they can be other people.
Absolutely.
Yes, we try to help more people.
Right.
Yes.
I was thinking about this question like all last night and everything, and I wonder, what does the future, in your opinion, as a person who's been incarcerated, now like helping people who are incarcerated with your food, but also showing them the better way? What do you think the next 5 to 10 years will look like in law enforcement with these programs that we have going on, which didn't exist before? You know that.
Right.
There was never,
No.
we talked before the mics came on, we talked about this. There was never. If you were sitting in jail.
Yes. For 1 year.
What do you think the next 5 to 10 years will look like with the programs that the sheriff and state's attorney Mosser have? What's your opinion?
It's what me and you was talking before that. Never beat this program. Thanks for that people, for myself. They changed my life. They vacated my case. So my background is clean now, completely clean. Thanks for these 2 persons,
Right.
Sherry Haynes, State Attorney Jamie Mosso. We're not gonna talk about politics and all this stuff.
Sure. Yeah,
but I can say that the State Attorney is running again, right? So if we continue these programs, that's the person we need to support.
Right, absolutely.
That's the person we need to support. Because the Sheriff Haynes want to change this, the State Attorney want to change this, but they need everybody.
Right.
With everybody being board.
Right.
So if we want to change, but if we don't got the tools, how we got to change?
Right.
Now, we want to change, and we got the tools. Again, we got the sheriff right there, the support, the state attorney,
Right.
and we have to take advantage of that.
9:20 is the time. Good morning to you all. If you are just joining us, you're watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Porfirio Roman, Elite Eats by Porfirio, is our guest today. Tracy Duran is here. She says, Tracy Duran, good. She says, good morning, Josue. Oh, she's talking to other people in the chat. Kevin May, my dear friend, what an awesome story. I would love the comeback story. Stay tuned. Sit right there. Don't get up. Have the kids bring you. Oh, that reminds me. I have a birthday shout out to say. I want to say good morning and happy birthday to Alyssa May, my friend's daughter.
Happy birthday.
AKA Boogie Monster. I said I was going to do that.
Happy birthday.
Good morning to you and happy birthday. Birthday shout outs all around. Letitia Robinson, good morning to you. Sharita Harun and Angela Richardson, good morning to you all. Okay, 9:21 is the time.
All of them.
Now, I want people to know that Porfirio is also going to be on Buenos Dias, Aurora, right after the show today, doing the interview in Spanish with Luz. So stick around, go to the Buenos Dias, Aurora page right after this and check out his interview in Spanish. But what does Thanksgiving, what's happening Thanksgiving? Don't you got something going on Thanksgiving?
Yes.
What you doing?
Yes. So every year, Thanksgiving, the sheriff can give you the opportunity, and Nathan Lanthrum. So again, I run a chef class, culinary program for inmates. So my class is 2 hours a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 to 10, right? So we do a lot of events for the Kane County, a lot of events. So one is a week before Thanksgiving, we gotta make one for the chiefs of police of the Kane County.
Right.
So, and then after that is Thanksgiving. So every year we cook for the recovery program. So they mean for OPAD is the Lighthouse, and I'm pretty sure it's EPAD for the women's.
Okay.
So we cook for both pods. And so I hope I can see you there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, hope I see you there. Yes.
So as I mentioned, get ready for another amazing news story. Something you've never seen before. Could you imagine that? Like Curtis got arrested? No, he's coming out. He's just there. He's just there doing the news. But I am happy to say that we've always had a great working relationship with Sheriff Hayne and with Jamie Monster, but looking forward to showcasing and highlighting what Chef P does a whole lot more with the Kane County Sheriff's Office. So stay tuned. You've seen us highlighting him twice now. So we're looking forward to being there and taking part in the event and showcasing what's going on out there and letting people see the good work that's happening. Again, people always talk about people who are incarcerated like they're just bad people. They're not. There's a lot of people who, unfortunately, fell off the horse.
Yes, it's a lot of people.
Everybody falls off the horse.
Everybody make a mistake.
You got to get back on it, you know, and that's what's most important.
It's part of the life. You want to change.
9:23 is the time. Aaron Escalarte, good morning. So, what do you think? What do you think could be added to any programs that exist now? Like, if you had a magic wand, and you could do things either in the jail or with some programs with some people. What would you do? What would you add or maybe take away? What do you think?
I think more support.
Okay.
More support. Because, two persons want to try to change.
Yeah.
But more.
Right.
And right here, it's example.
Right.
If we got support, we can change.
What's your favorite dish to cook? Let's talk about eating now. What's your masterpiece? What's the thing that you do best?
I got too many. But
I got too many.
Yeah, I got too many because
your steak skewers are good. I can say that. Your steak
that
skewer, your tarts.
But I think one everybody talk about in the county and the sheriff's office is about my cheesecake.
Oh, it's good. Yes, your
everybody
cheesecake
talk
is
about
good.
my cheesecake.
Brother, if your food was what they served in jail, it wouldn't be such a bad place.
Well, let me tell you, I work in jail full time, right?
Yeah.
Full time.
Yeah.
But I don't cook for the inmates.
Sure, right.
So I cook for the correction officers.
Right.
So I see few people there, Paul Dominguez, you say,
Yep.
and Oliver Wilson, the correction officers.
Oh, yeah.
So they always try my food.
Is there anything that you don't cook a lot of, but you do like to give it a try when you do cook it? when you do make it? Because if you went from sous chef to executive chef, that's a long range.
It's a long range. It's about more paperwork. When you jump to executive chef,
Sure.
to sous chef, to executive chef, it's more paperwork and create the menus.
Okay.
And schedules and all the stuff like that. So you stop cooking for a little bit, like cooking, but you have to show them, try the recipes and do's and that. So
Okay.
And I'm telling you this, I know my wife is there. I didn't cook at home that much. She always cook. And my kids say, Dad, can you make something? So I try to cook more in the holidays, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and we Mexicans, and they always want to make tamales, pozole. Like, no more tamales, no more pozole, something different.
Right, exactly. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is seafood.
Okay.
Seafood. I love lobster,
Mariscos.
shrimp. Yeah, I love it.
Good. They are. Yeah. Oh yeah, me too.
Where I'm from the Gulf of Mexico, so it's all about seafood.
Tamaulipas.
Yes, it's on the border of Texas.
Okay.
It's like 8 hours from the border.
Okay.
Yes.
So now 9:26 is the time. As we start to land the airplane, Kevin May says they are human. Everyone makes mistakes. That's true. That's absolutely right. As we start to land the plane, I want to say congratulations to everything you're doing.
Thank you.
I'm glad we got connected. And I want to say thank you, especially to Jamie Mosser, because like when I was in her office doing our monthly talks and everything, and we have another debrief that we're going to be doing this month very soon, next couple of weeks. I remember her telling me, Curtis, she pulled her phone out and she was like, yo, Curtis, look. And she was like, and it was a picture of you. She was like, you got to get this dude on your show. Now, this was last year.
Oh, wow.
This was like last year in like November or something like that. And we kept doing events, but we were doing them in her office at, there. Ain't no food up in there. So I remember telling her one day, I said, listen, invite me to one of these events where y'all got food so I can meet the brother.
And they can taste his food.
Absolutely. Then my schedule changed, and that's when I started coming out to more and more events and everything like that. So thanks to Jamie Mosser and Sheriff Hayne for all the great work that they continue to do in the community. And yeah, you got a bright future, man. And I'm glad that we're here just to show a little part of it. Now, as we go to our sister program, what is your message today for the people of Aurora?
What is it?
What's your message today for the people of Aurora?
My message is if they want to change, it's possible. They can change. Everybody make a mistakes. We have to learn from the mistakes. It's support there, take advantage of that,
right?
And everything is possible.
All right. So 9:28 is the time. Brittany and Nicole Lott, good morning to you. Jen Ingram, good morning to you guys as well. This was a fantastic first episode with our friend Porfirio Roman, Elite Eats by Porfirio. Follow the page here on Facebook and get ready to see more great Kane County law enforcement news featuring Chef P on our program. And stay tuned for Thanksgiving. It's going to be a humdinger. Right now, Good Morning Aurora is done for the day, and we will see you guys on Monday. But I want you to go to the Facebook page or YouTube page right now for Buenos Dias, Aurora, the second largest city's first bilingual news podcast, for a part 2 with Sheriff.
Oh, maybe. No, I'm kidding.
With Chef P in Spanish. Take care of yourself and each other.
Not your bank's top priority? Here at Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. No hidden fees or runarounds, but a true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. Whether you're opening your first account, found your dream home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have the financial solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing a better way to bank. Wintrust, different approach, better results.